Welcome to Arkham Island, where the hitchhikers are normally escaped prisoners. Not this day, however. You start the game by escorting the Joker back to Arkham's seemingly safe arms. Reality comes crashing down when you realize that the Joker and his recently transferred henchmen from Blackgate Correctional Facility have taken full control of the entire Alcatraz-like island within minutes. What was once a nearly inescapable stockade quickly became an impenetrable fortress. As Batman, it's up to you to once again stop the Joker from launching his master plan against Gotham City. While the plotline sounds standard fare for Batman, this is no run-of-the-mill beat-em-up video game. Batman Arkham Asylum is definitely worth purchasing. If you don't want to or can't afford to purchase the full title, it's easily worth renting. It's a game that no action-adventure fan should miss this year, and all gamers everywhere shouldn't be surprised to see if Arkham Asylum receives a few Game of the Year nominations. The game is so good it's hard to find a place to begin the laundry list of praises, so I guess I'll start chronologically. The character design in Batman Arkham Asylum is nearly perfect, which is an incredible feat considering Batman and the Joker's designs haven't changed much since they first greeted the world from the pages of comics in 1939. Both Batman and the Joker seem more like genuine people in Arkham than they have in the most recent movie adaptations of the Caped Crusaders' adventures. It's not just their costumes that tell the story, but it's also the character animations and the incredible voice acting from the much-adored Batman the Animated Series. Mark Hamill's performance as the Joker sells the twisted jester's personality as not just a nuisance, but a downright terror. He's not just a little silly, he's dark, and he teases Batman about him needing a sidekick. It's a reference to the fact that he not only put Batgirl in a wheelchair, but he killed Robin with a crowbar.
See you tonight, Bob.
Kevin Conroy's brilliant performance of the Dark Knight sells Batman's reserve in high-pressure situations, but also commands authority without needing to resort to throaty alterations of his own voice in order to strike fear in the hearts of his enemies. All the supporting character performances are all well above average, with Zsasz and Scarecrow almost stealing the show from time to time.
Are you enjoying the extra dose, little bird?
Some of the audio tapes found scattered throughout the island are almost too believable to listen to, and you'll love Arkham Asylum for it.
Law-abiding man does those things. No one's that selfless. Batman is as vile as they come.
Security! Security!
As you learn more and more about the characters, you start to realize that no one in the Batman universe is untainted, including the Dark Knight himself. The villains are super, the guards corrupt, hell, even the Warden seems to be drinking the crazy juice, and Batman really seems to be overreacting a bit to the no doubt incredibly tragic events that happened to him when he was a boy. But all this evil flowing around seems to make the whole experience more believable, and therefore engrossing to the player. As you make your way through the buildings on the island, you unlock more of your gadgets which will allow you to reach previously unobtainable locations. The map unfolds similarly to Super Metroid, Symphony of the Night, and Shadow Complex, that kind of game. Visiting old areas never seems to grow old because there's always something to do along the way, like solving some of the Riddler's riddles, beating up baddies, or just taking in some of the incredibly detailed environmental views in. Sorry to all the sequence breakers out there, I don't think it's possible to finish the game without going to where you're supposed to in the first place. The environment itself seems to play a major role in the game, much like Rapture played a role in BioShock. In fact, Arkham Asylum and Rapture share a lot of similarities in their mood, except Arkham isn't as claustrophobic. Rapture would be an amazing underwater Gotham City, and Gotham City would make a fantastic above-ground Rapture. The combat system is where Batman Arkham Asylum really shines. It starts with heavy punches like those found in any standard beat-em-up, mixes in counters like those found in Assassin's Creed, and blends them all together in a seamless cinematic experience. When you get into a groove, you really start to feel empowered without feeling invincible, which is probably how Batman feels in comparison to his Super Friends. So I guess that means the developers got it down just right. Batman can also sneak up on some of his enemies and take them out one by one, Splinter Cell style. Put it all together, and you have one of the most perfect Batman video game experiences ever. The game offers no multiplayer options, but fear not, citizens of Gotham, there is replay in store. The hard difficulties will leave many gamers' palms very sweaty, and the challenge modes are incredibly fun and addictive. Solving all the Riddler's puzzles is obtainable without help from the internet, and they'll make you feel even more clever when you've completed them all. If you haven't picked it up yet, and your PC can handle the game, I recommend purchasing it for your home computer instead of one of the consoles. Though at the time of this recording, the PC version hasn't hit shelves yet, the PC demo has shown us that there are a lot of little differences that add up to a seemingly prettier game. The resolution can be run much higher, the texture is richer, and the shadows more precise. There are also environmental differences, like papers that fly up from the floor as you rumble over top of them, and the floor that busts up under your feet as you glide kick Zaz. I'm sure there are more differences in store, but so far, these are all little nuggets that I'll happily sink my teeth into. And playing the game with a mouse and keyboard? Not bad at all.
Zaz is down, but not for long. Got to get close. Someone put this animal back in his cell.
So before all the gigantic holiday releases flood store shelves and download services and begin dominating our lives, I highly recommend spending some quality time within the confines of Arkham Asylum.
What's it doing?
I've got your scent, Batman. I will hunt you down.
Get that animal under control!
A toy collar won't stop me from killing you, Batman. I'll rip you apart, eat your bones.